So now we're solving this problem, intersection of two linked list. So the problem goes as, given the head of the two singly linked list, head A and head B, return the node at which the two lists intersect. If the two linked list has no intersection at all, return null. So we have to return the intersection point if the linked list intersect at that point. So now we move on to whiteboard. So we have to find intersection. So we can copy the example of a given problem is given as this example. We can copy 41. We have given 4, 1, 8, 4, 5, 8, 4, 5, 5, 6, 1. Let me clearly write 5, 6, 1. It goes here, it goes here, it goes here, it goes here. It connect with this, it connect with this. So let's solve. So the easy approach is, first we have to find the length of a linked list 1, linked list 2. So suppose head is pointing toward this and head B is pointing toward this node. These are two linked lists. So if we know the length of head A, suppose in this case it would be, let me write length of A, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be 5. And length of B, same, this also contain this part, so there is no problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it is containing 6. So if we decrement, anyhow we can make that the distance of the insertion point, suppose this is our insertion point, if the distance of the pointer from the insertion point is equal, suppose this is the distance, we have actually two node, and if anyhow we make our head B pointing towards 6th node, so that the distance between the intersection point and the pointer should be 2 nodes. So here we can calculate over the intersection point if our head of both the pointers pointing towards one node, head of B and head of A. So for that we basically do one thing here. We traverse a loop till our length A is not equal to length B. So for making length A, length B equal, we first of all have to check whether length A is smaller than or greater than length B. If length A is bigger, then we move our head pointer, because head is over length A is containing length of head B. So head B, oh head A, sorry, head A, we will increment it next and decrease our length A. Else, in else part, we can increment our head B next to the next head A, it is head A, and decrement the length of length B. So it will make our pointer to come equal distance from the insertion point, both the pointers. Suppose let's do a thorough run. So currently our head is at 4, head B is at 5, length of A is 5, length of B is given as 6. basically we have to find it using a function. So let's see, length of A is y length of B. So length of A is greater than length of B? No. Length of length of A is smaller. So we come into else part. So now we will increment our head B to the next pointer. So now head B is pointing to the sixth node. Suppose it is a 6 value of containing node that has in value of a 6. So again we check length. Now we're gonna decrease it, so it comes to 5. Now the length is equal. Length is equal here. It is also having a length 1 2 3 4 5, and it is also having a length 1 2 3 4 5. Now we can find the intersection point. For that we again run a loop till our head A or head B. We can take any one of them. Head A is not equal to null. Why not equal to null? Suppose there is a no connection, no intersection. So if head A travels through the end of the point and we does not find any intersection, so it returns false. So currently right now it is having intersection point. Now we will check if head A is equal to head B or not. If it is yes, we return the pointer which is containing intersection point. So head A or head B, we can say anything will work here fine. In else part, not in else part, basically we have to increment it. Head A is equal to head of A till next, and head of B we will increment one by one so that we can get the intersection point head B then dot next. Now we can run it. So our head A and head B pointing toward these nodes. So now we will increment it. Head A points to the head A. Now head B points to the 1 head B. Now again we will check head A is not equal to head B. No. Now we will increment both. Now head A and head B. Now we will check whether it is pointing to the same node. Yeah, it is pointing toward the same node. Return head. So return of head we get 8. The value of the data of that node we get head. We get data, basically data of that node. So suppose there is a no node. Suppose there is a no node. Sorry. Suppose there is no node connecting, no node of intersection. So we can traverse it. Now our head B, it can't move further because it is giving null value. We check again. Head A, head A, head A. Again it moving, and at the end it will move. Or we can simply just put an and suppose it is not equals just like this, it will give a sanitizer error. Basically uh, you are accessing the memory which was not initialized by you or not initialized by you or has no data in it. Simple. Ampersand head B is not equal to null. Simple. Not equal to null. Let's code it. So first we have to find the length of both the header pointer, both the linked list. So lng length of, we pass the head of A, sorry, head of A, length of B is equal to sorry, length of head of B. From here we can make a private function of integer type. Return type should be integer because we are returning the length length, which we make a head node list node star head integer count variable which keep track of the length. While our head node is not equal to null, we keep incrementing the head pointer and incrementing the counter also. At the end we will return count. So from there we can find the length of A and length of B. This is our length function, and now we have to compute the length so that the intersection point of the node should be equal to should be at equidistance from each other. So length of A is not still not equal to length of B. So for that we have to make a condition. If length of A is greater than length of B, then we will increment head pointer. Head pointer should be equal to head dot next, and decrement the length. We have to also decrement the length. In else part we do the reverse. Head B is equal to head B dot next. Simple. Length of B. So this is our length. This will return, this will make the length equal from the intersection node. So now we have to find out what is the intersection point of two linked lists. So for that we put a condition. If head of A not equal to null and head of B, let's yeah, leave it. Basically we are and for simplicity not equal to null. So we have to increment it, check whether our head A is equal to head B. If it is equal, then return any of the head, and outside the loop we have to increment the head. Sorry, here it is head A, head B is equal to head B next, and at the end we have to return head A. At the end we have to make a head A or head B. What should I return? Suppose if head A is not yeah, both the conditions should be true, so we can return any of them. Head A. Let's run the code. We have to check either undefined behavior. Oh, sorry, we are not decrementing length of B, so it gives an error. Yeah, it is correct, no intersection point. use example test keys. Let's see. Yeah, it is giving all right. So let's check whether it is accepting or not. Yeah, it is accepted. So thank you.